Up now in the soup, we get Sucker Punch by the Hills premiere,
which I happen to like very much.
Catch Lindsay on the rebound.
An hour later, there's a baby.
Clean the Apprentice's dirty laundry.
Good luck with that.
And take it off for Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, my God, shock!
Plus, Idol gets baby crazy, the Real World Road Rules Challenge, and the kick-ass clip of the week.
We're all set. Here we go.
Now, here's the host who watches it all for you, Joel McHale.
Welcome to the soup. What a week! The stock market's up. North Korea has a crappy missile. Everybody left on American Idol can actually sing. This can only mean one thing.
Chicken Tetrazzini.
No, the Hills is back, everybody! Don't cheer. This week, Spencer got into a bar fight with his sister's ex-boyfriend, most of which was in the promo for the upcoming season, so you really didn't miss anything. Oh, then Lauren and Heidi patched things up and cried, most of which was in the promo for the upcoming season, so you really didn't miss anything. Anything else happen?
Did you know if you get married in Mexico, it's not legal?
Yeah, it's a different country, right?
Mexico's like a whole different country? Thanks for not spoiling that in the promo, MTV. Spencer and the Rhodes Scholar barmaid hit it off so well that Heidi felt compelled to visit her the next day and confront the strumpet.
I didn't know he had a girlfriend. I didn't know what the occasion was. But it's like, yeah, he asked me if, like, well, what can I do to make you dance on this bar right now? I said, I don't know if it was alcohol or just him.
It doesn't matter if it's alcohol or anything. You don't say stuff like that.
No.
Like, you know, I was about to marry this man.
I wouldn't be happy with my boyfriend to act that way.
Right.
Because I couldn't take lying or flirting with other girls and having to look stupid in front of your friends.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Good luck. Thank you. That is so sweet. I really believe I will have good luck with that now that you said that. Most tavern whores I meet aren't nearly as thoughtful as you. I have more insults, but you're in the way of my cue cards. Then Heidi went home to Colorado and Spencer returned to his wench.
What's the toast?
No crazy girlfriends. Well,
I think this is the end of the evening.
I know. Kind of sad.
What are we gonna do?
They're so going back to his place for an all-night staring contest. I don't think they even care that no one thinks it's real anymore. You're lucky you left with your dignity, Spencer's creepy flesh-colored beard. I heard you signed with Endeavor. It was Sing a Song from the Year You Were Born week on American Idol, but somehow 40-year-old Allison Irahita got away with singing some from 1992, cheater. But the theme gave us a chance to see Ryan when he was an even smaller version than he is now.
There's one more picture that we need to look at.
Come on, man.
That's not me. Not me.
Ryan.
Who are those dudes? That was a much more innocent time for Ryan, back when he only had 4 teeth and 5 jobs. Actual size. If your TiVo is like mine, it cut off before Adam Lambert's performance, but not before Adam's dad was able to make a telling remark about Adam's fanciness.
I was born January 29th, 1982.
When Adam was little, he was interested in everything. He loved books, he loved music.
Sports, not so much.
But I love that boy as much as I've ever loved anything that's dead to me. I bought 12 baseball gloves. In Lindsay Lohan news...
It's Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Hey.
Well, I just thought that since, you know, I gotta go.
We have been able to confirm via Twitter... Is she with Tobey Maguire? Anyway, that Lindsay Lohan has officially broken up with Samantha Ronson. Lindsay posted the following, quote, "I was right all along. Cheat. Being cheated on does do wonders to you. Being cheated on does do wonders to you. I have tried everything else that will screw up a person, and being cheated on is clearly the best rock bottom a human being can hit." Signed, Lindsay. In a related story, a locksmith was seen replacing the locks on Samantha's West Hollywood house where Lindsay has stayed. To make sure Lindsay doesn't try to get back in the house, they've also put a sign reading "Rehab" on the lawn. In TV news, on the now completely E-free Dancing with the Stars, Daylan Greer was eliminated, while rodeo star Ty Murray stayed alive with his impression of what an evil robot dancing the Paso Doble would look like. At least that's what I hope he was doing. And one, and two, and spin, and kill humans, must kill humans, and just say. While Gilles Marini's shirtless Paso Doble received the highest score from the judges, and once again inspired Bruno to share another excerpt from his romance novel, Jazz Hands and Cold Feet.
Jill, you're going for the kill. That was more than a dance. That was a battle for supremacy. The sexual tension was like a snapping point. Will he? Will she? Who's gonna end on top? And then the kill. You nailed it.
That's Chapter 3, Ballet of Bullets. In music news, Billy Bob Thornton is an Oscar-winning screenwriter and an Oscar-nominated actor. But don't you dare mention that when he's promoting his music, because he'll show you what an utter whack job he can be.
Given that you seem to be quite passionate about music, I was wondering about your...
Would you say that to Tom Petty?
Are you reacting to the fact that I said...
Yeah, I am. Since you're instructed not to talk about like that, yeah, I am.
What I'm explaining is I'm not trying to be insulting to your musical...
Well, what I'm explaining is we said to not talk about like that. And we also said that we didn't want to hear anything about how this is my first love. You wouldn't say that to Tom Petty, would you? I understand music is your first love. Well, my first love was a chick named Lisa Cohn. You know what I mean?
All right.
So to recap, I'm not an actor, I'm a musician and a dick. Miley Cyrus news.
It's Miley. Oh, come on, give me something.
16-year-old Miley Cyrus revealed to Teen Vogue that she made the first move on her 20-year-old boyfriend Justin, saying, quote, "I want to know who made up the rules because the rules are lame." So parents, you may not want your daughter holding a copy of the new Teen Vogue when that new neighbor stops by to introduce himself. I can do yard work. Just take my shirt off first. I get an ID. That kind of worked. In Hugh Jackman news.
All right, it's your turn.
It's Hugh.
Hugh Jackman has said he is very angry that an unfinished version of his upcoming Wolverine movie was leaked on the internet. Hugh said he was so mad when he found out that he only broke into song 6 times that day instead of the usual 12. Jackman said the FBI are onto it and they're taking it very, very seriously. A spokesman for the FBI said, yeah, we're going to just screw around today and run down a bunch of leads on domestic terrorism, keep our citizens alive and crap like that. But the minute we heard somebody stole the Aussie Wolf movie, we dropped everything and got right on it. No one messes with the host of the Tony Awards on my watch. Thank you. Let's hunt down and apprehend some chat stew.
So meaty.
Miley Cyrus performed on Good Morning America, and from what I can tell, host Robin Roberts either isn't a fan or just isn't a morning person.
We're ready for you, Miley.
Miley Cyrus, Billy Ray Cyrus, performing live, coming up.
And we're ready for you too, Miley. We've got our earplugs, don't we? We're all set.
That works for the songs, but you're going to need a welding mask to shield yourself from the YouTube videos. We all know Al Roker had some pretty serious surgery a couple of years ago that drastically changed his appearance. During a discussion about breastfeeding, Al shared a story from before the procedure.
It was before I had lost weight, and I would get up with her for about the 3 a.m. feeding, and I didn't have time to put on a shirt, and I was getting the bottle, and I was holding Leela, and all of a sudden I kind of felt, whoa! No, sweetie, you're not going to get anything there.
Wait, why did nothing come out? I thought this was before the sex change.
For reality show clip time with a Randy wife swap announcer and Celebrity Apprentice. Plus, this week in Disturbing Video, a new show about apes and the kick-ass clip of the week.
I thought it was terrible.
Welcome back. It's reality show clip time. On Survivor, Tyson discusses his lack of trust for Brendan. I want to make this clear. Tyson and Brendan are not in a relationship with each other, and they are not gay. And neither one of them is named Chet.
And Brendan, he's really the sneakiest bastard I have to worry about. We smile at each other, we hug, I've kissed him on the neck, softly. He's felt my warm, steamy breath on the nape of his neck, even on the small of his back. But, you know, as the old adage goes, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That's right, right?
And which one is it that you're supposed to kiss on the small of his back with your soft, warm breath? I'd like to avoid being him. Just point to him. I'm going to run if you point to me. The Real World Road Rules Challenge is back. That's what I thought. This time the freeloaders went to New Zealand, where they mock the native culture in their opening titles. Then, quote, "Don't get all ghetto on me, Kimberly." Remember her? She had a birthday party. And Isaac, our favorite real-world character ever.
This was a good talk. This was a good talk.
He showed up in blackface. I mean, it was her birthday.
Thank you for coming out to Kim's birthday party.
Yeah, that is the most offensive yet skillfully done blackface I have ever seen. Also, 2 guys went home before the challenge even started. This is why.
What are you guys doing? Hey, Chris, you won the fight.
Don't touch me. I don't give a I win every fight. You kidding me? Yeah. I will smash his head and eat it.
Hey, the head-smashing eating challenge comes later in the season. You beat up a guy in a onesie. This week on Wife Swap, the mom from a regimented family of Irish dancers switches places with a mom from a hang-loose biker family, which is crazy because they're exactly the same! Wait, but the Irish dad is a little too busy to interact with the rest of the family.
Meet the Irish step dancing stewards of Pennsylvania. Pam passionately celebrates her Irish heritage through wholesome traditional Irish folk dance and music. Pam believes if kids aren't busy, they may end up smoking cigarettes or even in prison. But Pam has totally cut husband Tim out of their lives, leaving him to play with his organ alone in the basement.
Wait, let's try something a little subtler. Tim's downstairs stretching the accordion. I mean pounding out the notes. I mean composing movements on the staff. How about, instead of being with the kids, Tim is alone in the basement masturbating? That's 2 on the nose, right? Sadly, that was number 2 on the masturbation reference countdown last week. On Celebrity Apprentice, the teams were challenged to create a viral internet video for all brand detergent. And believe me, I wish I were making up the fact that Clint Black created an advertisement about masturbation. In the ad, the character played by Clint Black is an adulterer whose secret code for sex with his wife is doing the dirty laundry. So he calls his wife, propositions her via the laundry code phrase, and is rejected. Then the Clint Black character sneaks into the laundry room and grabs a bottle of liquid detergent implicitly to use as lubricant. I'm not joking. I wish this was not true, but it is. From there, it gets kind of weird. See what you can make of it.
Hello.
Hey, sweetie.
I can't wait to see you when I get home.
Gonna do some dirty laundry tonight?
No, not tonight.
All right.
We can do it tomorrow night, I promise. All right.
My housework was a little easier than I thought it would be. We could still do the dirty laundry if you want to.
No, that's okay, sweetie. It was a small load. I did it by hand.
Is that all?
Yes, it was all. Small and mighty. All small and mighty.
All that stuff I said to set it up was true. And believe me, you do not want to hear Clint's idea for 2 loads, 1 cup. Over on Toddlers and Tiaras, it was time for the outfit of choice, where the kids could wear whatever they want. Kaylin's choice wasn't so flattering. She has really let herself go. She must be like 35 pounds now. But she can't even fit into a size 2T anymore, so sad. I'm sorry, the Little Miss Pregnant toddler pageant is next door. She can't defend herself. On The Exterminators, Billy is facing a mighty rattlesnake. Luckily, he's a professional, so he's got all the necessary equipment to deal with the venomous creature.
This snake is just too dangerous to get anywhere near it without some serious protection. So I had to call Mary to rush over here with my gear so I can deal with this. I need you to go upstairs, get my leather chaps.
Okay.
I'm not going to take this snake on until I got some protection.
And bring some all-brand detergent in case the snake doesn't want to come out and play. We'll be right back.
Hold on, the soupiest stuff is up next, including a new show about apes, This Week in Disturbing Video, and the kick-ass clip of the week.
Orangutan Island is not the location of this season of Survivor. It's a place of such sweet, delicious cuteness. It makes me wish I had feelings.
Kiki is teaching herself how to care for her own baby. News of Kiki's arrival is spreading through the island. How will this tight-knit community react to these unexpected visitors?
The monkey is shocked because he told that bitch to get an abortion. Can we see that last part one more time?
How will this tight-knit community react to these unexpected visitors?
And now, let's welcome back our old friend This Week in Disturbing Video. MTV's Bully Beatdown finds bullies who have assaulted people and tries to teach them a lesson by putting them in the ring with a professional MMA fighter. Some say this is giving the bully a taste of his own medicine. If so, this bully's medicine is Epicac.
We're ready to squash it right now. Is there anything you want to say to these guys right now?
I think you're gonna throw up.
You're gonna throw up?
I think so.
Can I get a bucket? Let it out, son.
Whenever I get nervous, I go to an all-you-can-eat fish fry. I'm such a bully. Can we see that last part one more time? Full circle. Isabella Rossellini cares about the planet, and she wants you to know. That's why she's made a series of informative, short, silly films for the Sundance Channel called Green Porno. Before we show you, wake up the kids, because we're going to get a whole bunch of uncomfortable conversations out of the way for you at once.
A penis has disadvantages in water because it produces drag. If I was a whale, I would tuck it inside my body. And when needed, I can have an erection 6 feet long and stick it inside a female. Penises, all trying to get as close as possible to my eggs. But I would have a tunnel, and it would be a labyrinth. It would be species-specific, so that I'm not screwed by a bear.
We knew you could handle the absurd imagery of that clip at this part of the show because this is the part where we usually show a picture of Bruce Jenner. Which brings us to our clip of the week. On Operation Repo, the guys had to repossess a car that was off the beaten path in the middle of nowhere. redundant. But the location wasn't nearly as far out as the car's owners.
I'm looking for Mr. Todd.
I am known by that name in your realm.
Listen, man, your Prius? You're 3 payments behind on your Prius, Todd.
No.
I thought you said no one would be up here.
No.
Todd?
Does he have paperwork? I mean, you
I
don't
am
know who
talking
the guy is.
I am talking to Todd and Todd only. And I mean it.
Todd, you always ruin the
One more word, I'm going to hook up this car.
How am I getting home, Todd? Todd, you promised me a ride home. Is that any way to treat a princess?
So, can you give me a ride?
Todd, I don't want to ride home with this half-wit house ogre, Todd.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
Silence, woodland oaf. Damn it, Todd.
I'm sorry.
All right, well, you guys can come see me
Seriously, we need a ride.
Listen.
You ruined everything, Todd. You're such an idiot.
Bring your 20-sided die to see me April 11th at the Wells Fargo Center in Santa Rosa, California. The Paramount Theater in Denver on May 9th. And the Mayor Hoff Hall in Baltimore on May 16th. See you next week. Will you shut up?